Welcome to episode 108 of the Friggin Nerds Podcast. I am your host, Mario, as always joined by the Friggin Nerds crew. This is very exciting. Starting off with the man, the myth, the legend, Expecto Go James.
Yo, yo, yo. What is up, everybody, in the podcast world and on YouTube and live here over on Twitch? But it is not just us two tonight.
Oh.
It is also the queen of three-ways, apparently, Lee.
Whoa! The queen of three-ways.
I'm dead. I'm out of here. I gotta go.
Your first pod back, and you have a new title I had no idea about until tonight.
You had to be pre-game show, chat. Everybody you had to be there.
That's why you had to come here live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the podcast. But of course, yes, guys, this is the Friggin Nerds Podcast. We get together each week to talk about the nerd news. Before that, we got to hit you with, remember this?
What?
You know it. You love it. It is
the swear jar.
Hey.
And for gosh sake, watch your language.
Each week, the hosts are given a keyword that we are not allowed to say during the podcast. Each time that word is said by that specific host, they get a point. The host with the most points by the end of the draft episode, will be our loser and have to endure 2 birdie bots every 40 games. So you're in on this too.
What if can I get out on this?
Nope.
No, you're here.
Nope, you're here.
You're in.
As Celine would say,
I'm gonna win the draft.
Here.
So
we will see about that. So, of course, we always scour the patrons for our swear word, and we had a very adamant Stacy, aka Slang. Don't hit me with your elbows. And gave us the word. She kind of hit me with, listen, we need a word that the guys aren't going to think about, that, you know, can really get into their heads, but like also not get into their heads.
Both have an equal chance.
She has it down to a science.
Oh my
God.
My suggestion was going to be terrible, for the record.
Yes.
Actually, the word terrible.
It was going to be the word terrible, but Stacy said that the word this week should be play.
Mm-hmm.
Play. And I'm assuming that means playing.
I'm out.
Player.
I'm out.
Play style.
Play style. Play through.
I'm out.
James is
I'm not allowed to say it more than 20 times tonight, though, because Stacy's counting my swears, and she says she has a Lorcana counter, and that is it.
So
oh my God.
So if you hit 20, you like, then you have to give $1 away or something like that. I don't know. But anyways,
start the 20 over.
Can't say the word play after the sentence. Starting.
Play.
Now. Good job, guys. You guys are killing it. Anyways, any hoosers. Let's get into some of the news here. What's that? Why is that on?
I don't know.
We'll look at that.
Redeeming it.
Oh, I don't know why we have a giveaway thing open, but I would maybe not redeem those right now because it shouldn't be on.
Anyway,
yeah, we'll give it back. Ignore that. Anyways, let's get into the. You're here and you bring this weird energy. That's like the chat is going off the rails right here. All right. Speaking of off the rails, we got to talk about the movie of the year. So
that
far,
wasn't.
No, this is the movie of the year. This is the movie of the year. This is the movie. It's genius. It's the movie everyone's talking about.
Yeah, because
everyone's going off about it. Everybody knows about this movie now. We're talking, of course, about Madam Web. Our first line here is
this is the kind of publicity you don't want, though.
Yeah, but who knows? Who knows? Morbius had the same kind of publicity, and they came back. But Dakota Johnson and Sydney Sweeney's worst nightmare came true. Madam Web was so bad that Marvel fans want their money back. Dakota Johnson's Madam Web has become a major disaster at the box office, despite some big names involved in the film. The film has not connected with audience and has become one of the worst rated Marvel movies on Rotten Tomatoes. Fans are frustrated with the big studio like Sony for producing such an underwhelming superhero film. The film has had a disastrous extended opening weekend at the box office, and the future of the film in theaters is increasingly becoming gloomy. Now, a theater chain insider has opened up about the horrible situation that the film is facing and how audiences are staying away from the film. I could barely stay awake from the film. And an industry veteran told The Hollywood Reporter that plans for a sequel to Madam Web have been scrapped because Sony's efforts to make a different superhero film failed miserably. The reputation of the studio has been seriously affected, and it will surely affect how fans perceive their upcoming Marvel offerings, including Kraven the Hunter and Venom 3. Now, just to give you guys the numbers here, we talked about the numbers last week.
Can we have them guess?
Sure.
Ooh.
All right. So we got the tomato meter and the audience score. And we got the box office. If you guys have notes, don't look at it. If you guys are patrons and you get the notes, don't look. Put your guesses in. What
do you think our tomato meter?
What's tomato meter? What's audience score? And what's the what's the box office?
Ooh. Wait, I know the box office. I know the domestic box office. But I don't know the tomato meter. I'll say critics is at 14 and audience. I think audience, I don't see it being like a 30, like a Suicide Squad or anything. I'll say, you know what? I'll say 62. I'll say 62. I think over half might have enjoyed it just for the meme.
I'm going to pull it up just in case it changed, because sometimes it changes. But we got 15%. I'm seeing 18% for critics. I'm seeing 15 tomato, 52 or 53 for audience, maybe 30 million total box office. Corky Cheek saying 11% tomato, 22 audience. So
I said under 25 last week. I think it was we were talking about over under.
Yeah, I was trying to remember how much we said. So I think we're kind of close. So 10%. Okay, then we say Princess saying 10% tomato, 40% audience. So the reveal here is 13% tomato meter, 56% for audience score right now.
Whoa! I was 6% higher.
Yeah.
56. That's honestly like half the audience, like still rated it positively. Maybe just for the memes, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know what to meme about this movie, man. Like, just thinking about it, it made me so mad. This movie made me so angry.
Well, you said that to be fair, there were some parts when you were recounting the movie to me that you discredited, but you did mention that they were pretty cool.
Like what? The
way that they did certain things.
So, James, do you see the movie?
No.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Wait. I didn't see the movie, but I saw the movie.
Okay. Did you see John Capia's reviews for it? Oh, they're the best.
Yo, Capia, John's,
yeah.
Like everybody just did a spoiler review. Nobody even did.
Nobody cared. They were just like
nobody did a non-spoiler. Everybody's like, I'm spoiling it because I don't want you to go see it. I don't want
nobody to see it, man.
Everybody. So I know what the movie is, and people have been leaking scenes online Normally that happens because it's a cool scene. They're leaking it because it's that bad. They were like, you thought we were joking. Here's the dialogue, here's the cinematography. Like there's a weird zoom in at the end before what's his name? Ezekiel Sims dies. When Dakota's like, it's me in the future, but it's like a shaky zoom. It's not even like a cut to zoom. It's like an actual zoom as if somebody was literally filming this on an old school 90s camcorder. Like it's baffling, like just how they allowed so much stuff. So yeah, I've seen the movie, but I didn't go see the movie. So yeah.
Well, good for you. I wish I was you.
Can I just say the best part of my week last week was the fact that we did not go see this for Valentine's Day because I put my foot down.
We ended up going to see Wonka
not going to see
that night
for our Valentine's Day date.
Wonka's good. Wonka's tremendous.
Yeah.
Wonka's tremendous. It's an Oscar-winning picture compared to Madam Web.
Oh yeah. It was so good.
But it was really good. It was actually really good. So yeah, it's just like this movie has been such a shitstorm, man. Because like Sydney Sweeney and Dakota Johnson, they aren't even like promoting it. Like Sydney Sweeney, she's hosting SNL this weekend. I can't wait to see that episode because I want to see if they're gonna like
she's
bury
gonna talk
movie.
about. Well, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that because I'm about to say she just put out a movie with what's his name from Top Gun, Maverick. That just made like $190 million.
Yeah, that rom-com or whatever.
Yeah.
Like when Madam Web came out, the day it came out, I went to go check like her socials and stuff, and she wasn't even promoting Madam Web was out today. She's like, oh, by the way, this is still my other movie's still in theaters.
Oh my,
like that's how bad it's been received, and it's like you're not even promoting the movie.
I mean, I know Dakota Johnson fired her agency or left the agency she was with when the first trailer dropped.
Yeah,
so I know that happened, but like this sounds like just getting a paycheck. But what's so upsetting to me is these are actually great actresses. And these are great characters in the comics, man. Like Madam Web, like she goes hard. And the way they could have been connecting everything, especially what's going on with the MCU now, and she could have connected all the Toms, well, all the Spider-Mans, and then brought in the Spider-Women all together and stuff. Like, it's just a freaking waste of a good character that nobody's going to touch because this was their first step out into the general public. Outside of comics, this is her first, in the cartoon, if you watch their 90s Spider-Man, this was her first step out into the general public, and bro, they just messed it up.
Yeah, it's like we didn't need, pardon me, a Madam Web like origin story. We just need her to just be established, and she just exists. Like we didn't get a Thanos background movie. We didn't get like all the other villains and all these other heroes and all these other characters. Like, why do we need this?
But who is this director also?
She's known for TV.
2 TV shows and an unaired Game of Thrones episode.
Yes, pilot actually, not episode.
The prequel
pilot show. Yep.
That they didn't air probably because it was terrible.
Yeah. So, and 2 writers from Morbius, by the way.
So, like, what are we doing, Sony?
Like you guys were cooking last year with the Spider-Verse movie, and it was like
that's animation.
Yeah, but still, it's like if you can write stuff like that, why can't you deliver on movies, man?
What are you doing?
Maybe Madam Web should have been an animated movie.
I honestly don't get it. Because Sony, like, I love Sony movies. I love a lot of their stuff. But like when they got rid of Spider-Man and gave it to or shared it with the MCU, it kind of just went downhill from there. Because like, say what you want, the Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield, I think he's the best Spider-Man, like hands down. best live action Spider-Man. And obviously you had the Tobey Maguire ones and stuff like that, and like so many other movies. But after Tom Holland's like run, and they still own that, and even Far From Home and or No Way Home. But once they started doing the Venom stuff and the Morbius stuff, and now Madam Web and Craven coming out later this year and stuff, I'm just like, why? Who's asking for this? Like, all these characters were great characters, but they were great because of Spider-Man. Like, it's like having a Joker movie, which is a thing, without Batman, but it's an actual good movie. So I'm just, are they trying to do the Joker route maybe and stuff? But I just don't understand. Like, who's making these decisions over there? Like, from a money standpoint, why would you do any of this? Venom, I think the first one made $1 billion, but like all the other ones, they've been like critically and like, I guess financially horrible. So who's saying we're going to keep doing this as a business and you're losing money every time? Like, who's making these decisions? I don't understand.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, like, just the science of origin stories, right? When do origin stories do best?
When they're told good.
When they're told good, yeah. But like generally, origin stories do best when you already have an introduction to the character, and then you go back and you learn where that character came from. I feel every time we get an origin story, before we get an actual story of like the person in their prime, like nobody gives a shit. Yeah. It always flops, right?
Yeah.
Why are we not looking at the data, Sony? Hello. Just there's so many things that they did that they should not have done for this movie. Just so many things wrong with this picture.
What's upsetting also is this is going to scare other people or other studios to grab B, C, D, E list characters from the comics and have them, front run a movie. Because I mean, if finances is the priority, if box office is the priority, money making is the priority, who's going to want to try their hand at a Hammerhead villain movie? Or, we just saw Blue Beetle that did nothing for DC, So we're going to start getting more of the same because people are scared to spend money on new IPs because of what Sony essentially has been doing.
Because they keep
and DC.
screwing them up.
Yeah. It's
I don't understand. It's like they don't want them to succeed. Like, it's like you're not even trying, Sony. I'm just saying.
I think they're making these movies to retain this Spider-Man IP. Because Fox did this with Fantastic Four. So that's my tinfoil hat theory right there. I don't know.
It's got to be, because like, why are you pulling, of all people, like, Craven Hunter, is cool and all, like, in the books, but it's like, really, we're pulling him into a movie, and supposedly Rhino is going to be in this. Like, I'm like, who's,
and it's nothing like the comics.
Yeah, like who's going to care about that? Like, and like you're doing this universe that's like, Madam Web was like, oh yeah, we have to, Madam Web wanted to be a new superhero movie. I'm like, why do we want new things? You know what I mean? We just want, like, I don't know. It's insane. It's ridiculous. It's insane. I just hope we can move on and do some other cool things. Moving on to some other cool things that might happen. We got some Batman news. We have a whole Batman page.
Yes.
On the
Get
notes.
Hype.
So
hype.
What's that?
Nothing.
Don't worry about it. Alan Ritchson. Am I saying his name? Ritchson?
Yeah, it's like Ritchson. Yeah.
Ritchson, the star of Reacher, which is, I hear, is tremendous, by the way, wants to become the next Batman. Alan Ritchson, who's 41, by the way, is one of the most popular names in the world of television right now, thanks to the success of Reacher, a series in which he is the protagonist. Ritchson has also an extensive resume throughout his career, but is now, when everything begins to emerge for the actor, even with rumors that place him as the next Batman. Comicbook.com was able to speak with him and ask him about the possibility, given that James Gunn wants to do something really big with the brave and the bold. Regarding the possibility of being Batman, Ritchson stated, sorry, I can't say his name today, as huge as the rumor mill is, I feel like this part should be offered to on a silver platter at this point. I would love to play Batman, but I'm not yet Batman. I don't know what Gunn's approach is going to be, but yeah, that'd be great. He's one of the most iconic characters of all time. Do you know who Alan Ritchson is?
Nope.
I'll give you a picture of him. Let's get. I want to pull a picture up of him. First of all, James, what do you think of this possible casting as our next Batman? I want to give a picture of him.
Is there such a thing as he's too big?
I was thinking that, but I mean, Dark Knight Returns Batman was always like massive.
Oh, right, for sure.
And that's what everyone's like kind of photoshopping him as a Dark Knight Returns Batman.
For sure.
So
for sure.
But like, I don't know. Like you think of like, he could be too big. Like the last thing I saw him in was the last Fast and Furious movie. And yeah, he looks, his arms are like the size of me.
Does he have to register those things? As lethal weapons?
Here he is. That's
he's
him.
Huge, man. Like, I mean, I thought like Henry Cavill and like Thor, Chris Hemsworth were like the bar when it came to actors. But my gosh, yeah, that's Reacher, Stargazer.
There he is.
I guess you can kind of hide the guns, right?
I mean, yeah,
concealed weapons.
Put him in the suit, I guess. But
he's bigger than that. The image we're looking at right now, he's bigger than that. He's bigger than that.
Let's see. Alrison now.
Nah.
Like, I'm telling you guys, he's huge. I saw him on Fallon maybe at the end of the year. He's huge. So, okay.
Oh, yeah, look at that little big guy in a little coat. Look at him.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's so, because like everybody looks at like the cuts and everything. It's always the shoulder. It's always the shoulders. And look at it compared to Jimmy Kimmel. Like, it's the shoulders. It's the shoulders,
he should be the Hulk.
Which means his back is huge. And so my thing, again, I'm like, okay, he can't fit in a suit, in a regular, like, 2-3-piece suit. Like, that's a tight suit. He's going to look like Triple H in here. Yeah. Like, seriously. Like, he has no, like, he's too big, man. I can't see him in normal clothes at all.
But Batman doesn't wear normal clothes.
He does, because he's Bruce Wayne. He's Bruce Wayne. Yeah. He has to be Bruce Wayne.
I feel like the guns would give it away. But
that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
like, is that Bruce? No, I'm
Batman. No, that's Bane.
But I don't know. Well, let's also look. Okay, so obviously, he's got the guns. But one of the most important parts of Batman, the jawline. Look at the jawline.
Yeah, bro, now, if you just cut off the top and just look at the bottom, yeah, him and Affleck have that chin, the jawline, and even the mouth that goes up a little bit. Like, he has it. If you photoshopped it and just cut off his eyes, even the squint, even the brow line, that's Batman right there. So, like, yeah, if you just look at the face, that's Batman.
Has anybody photoshopped him
saw a bunch
in the cowl? Kind of. This could kind of count. Let's see, open image, a new tab.
Yeah, but that's gonna be tiny.
Oh yeah, why is it so tiny?
Because somebody photoshopped it.
Oh, right there. You can see it right there.
Hey, whatever, Stephanie.
Talking smack about Batfleck.
Yeah,
just for that, bring back Batfleck.
See, yeah, he's got the mouth form. He's got the chin, like. And he's old enough to, because I know Damian, or is Brave and the Bold, so the Bat family is already established. So, like, I think Tim Drake or even Damian is Robin, and what's his name? Dick Grayson is Nightwing, possibly in this time period. So he looks the part. And the thing is, the best aspect of his casting is he wants to play it. So I'm cool. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I'm just like, bro, that dude is huge. He's huge. That's all. He's just huge. But
Oh.
like, bro, I am like he doesn't need any padding or anything. Just give him a form-fitting suit and he's
give
good.
me the classic, like almost like Adam West situation where it's just like
Seriously.
the spandex and like have that like just be like make it look like the Batman animated series. I want it to be like that suit. You know what I mean? Just give me like a gray kind of like shirt or something and just make him look massive. I think it'd be dope.
They can't, but the thing is, well, depending on how big Henry Cornsweat, I was gonna say Henry Cavill, Adam, I don't know what his name is, Cornsweat or whatever, the dude who's playing the new Superman. Depending on how big he gets, Cornsweat is not that big, and that's our Superman. And they're both supposed to be around the same age or similar, like mid-20s or something. So I don't know. I just can't. It's just going to be weird to see him bigger than Superman. You know what I'm saying? Which he would be.
Where is it?
How's he supposed to throw batarangs? He can't touch his own shoulders, though, he said.
Wait,
bro.
Wait,
don't. That's not funny because I have to
true.
deal with that. Sue mocks me about that all the time. Like she's like, James, you can't even like reach across like over and stuff like that. I'm like, nah, it's an actual problem that people like myself and others have to deal with on a daily basis.
This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see in the next movie right here. This image.
Oh my god!
This is from I think this was from
Dark Knight
Returns, the animated show. I want. That's what they're gonna look like. There's gonna be big boys just beating the crap out of each other. That's what. That's what I'm in for. Then I can actually cosplay as Batman this year. Who knows? But I'm hyped for it, man. I think that could be a good casting. Because that's always.
Just to confirm, at this point, it's just a rumor, right?
Just not even a rumor.
Oh, no,
it's just
it's
he wants to do it.
He wants to do it.
So
that's why
he has simply expressed interest.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, and who doesn't want to be Batman? You know,
Exactly.
So it's like he wants to.
Unless
do
you
it.
can be Batman and then always be Batman.
Always be Batman.
And keep in mind, he's worked with WB before in Titans as I think it's Dove Swan. I can't remember those characters. He's worked WB before, but also in Smallville. He was Aquaman back then, if people remember. That's where I first met him.
That's right, yeah.
I think he has a history there. And I think if it's not Batman, no matter what it is, James Gunn needs to hire this cat and have him in any role, I think. So yeah. Batman, I'll be cool with it. He's just going to be a swole man.
A swole man. I'm in for it. But speaking of a slightly less swole Batman.
Ooh, wait. Hawk. Wait, take a look at him as Hawk right quick.
Oh, Hawk in
Titans.
All right, boom, 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 boom. Where is he? Oh yeah, right here. Oh yeah,
He's little in that one.
He looks a little tinier in this.
Much smaller.
But look at the jawline.
Look at
Yeah.
Look at the jawline.
Oh, look at there was an orange costume.
What orange costume?
Right there.
Oh, that was
What's that?
I think that was the Aquaman thing, right? That's him. That's him.
That's him. Yeah,
what
back
the
in Smallville.
Yeah, that's
Smallville. That was
what
like
happened?
back in mid 2000s. Yo, he was jacked for Smallville.
Yeah, remember this stuff?
Bruh.
Oh my god, yeah, look at the costume.
Why you gotta be a bodybuilder though?
Hey man,
Hey,
take care of yourself.
yeah, that's all it is.
That's it. And
Take care of your guns, Rick.
Maybe he's just like he wants to be Batman so bad. He's like, look at me, I'm big enough to be Batman now. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to a skinnier Batman. Because respect to Pattinson, great, one of my favorite Batman of all time. Tiny, skinny guy. He's very skinny.
So,
but I like.
He's a great Bruce Wayne.
I know, but he's great. But like I grew up reading Batman books where he's just like massive, and he's so scary, and he drops out of like, you know, dark places and just beats the crap out of henchmen and stuff. And like I like, that's why I liked Batfleck so much, man. I know Steph is gonna get mad about it, but oh my god, he was so scary. That's
so perfect.
The first scene of him in the house when they find the girls downstairs in the cell, and then the cops go upstairs and you see him blurred in the ceiling and they focus on him. That was scary, man. Like, he was a scary Batman. And
He's so perfect.
I miss him.
So perfect.
Ben, you deserved more. Now he's doing Dunkin' Donuts commercials.
Killing it.
Listen, that Dunkin' commercial.
That was my favorite commercial.
Premium. That is the only commercial that I actually remember from the Super Bowl.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, man. There's a couple good ones.
Besides, like, the trailers.
Yeah, the trailers and everything like that. But anyway, speaking of Batman things that we may or may not get to see, we got an interesting post that's been kind of floating around Twitter today. An animated Batman Beyond concept art collection was revealed. This is concept art from a pitched Batman Beyond animated film emerged by director Patrick Harpin and PD Yuki Demirs from across the Spider-Verse. These are images. I'm gonna pull them up right now so you guys can see it. This is something we could have had, or maybe we will have. Who knows? Maybe this will come back. Look at this art style. Look how good this looks.
And chat, let us know if you've seen.
It's very into the
those
Spider-Verse.
Watching in the comment section, let us know if you've seen Batman Beyond or even liked, enjoyed it. But my gosh.
Yeah, this is Batman Beyond. The original was a cartoon back in the day. He's like
I have not seen it.
He's the next Batman. Bruce Wayne's in the show, but he's old and he becomes Batman. It's like a futuristic Gotham City.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of in the future. He's very like the next Batman, but like I would love, because they've been,
it's like somebody got confused between an anime
Terry
and a
McGinnis.
comic book
Terry.
movie.
Yeah, Terry. They've been trying to do, like, we've been wanting a Batman Beyond anything forever.
Live action. We thought we were going to get it with, people were hoping to get it with Michael Keaton as the old Bruce Wayne, because he's old enough now to be that version of Bruce Wayne in Batman Beyond. And so you just get a young actor to play Terry McGinnis, aka the new Batman, and boom.
Go back to that other picture.
Which one?
That one. Is that like the polka dot dude? Like, who is that? On top of that
Batman.
car? No, on the car.
Oh, on the car?
That's,
coming for him.
I can't tell.
Oh, that's Ink.
That's
Ink.
Ink. So different from polka dot dude?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's Marvel.
She's more like a Clayface. She's like, she can morph and do stuff and everything.
No, polka dot dude isn't from Marvel.
Yeah.
It is? Mm-hmm. I thought it was Suicide Squad.
Oh, you're talking about Suicide Squad.
Oh, that one. I thought you were talking about the one from
Across the Spider-Verse. Across the Spider-Verse.
The villain that was like,
no, that's not what I was talking about, though. I was talking about
He is DC. He is DC. Yeah. You're right. Okay. You're right.
Because this is like the future. So it's kind of like there's like villains that are kind of like
villains.
Like they're exactly like the Batman Rogues Gallery villains, but in a different way, in a futuristic way.
The next generation.
Exactly. So Ink is like Clayface right here. You actually have Mr. Freeze coming from the past because he was frozen in carbonite and stuff. You have a new Bane because there's a couple of people, his venom or serum like carried over into the future. You have like a Joker society or like gang instead of just Joker. You have people who want to be Joker as a gang, and so they're doing crimes and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that carries over from the original Batman Rogues Galleries that Terry here faces, and it's pretty. The Jokers, yes, thank you. It's pretty good.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
good.
Yeah, it feels like a deep cut, but you know.
Yeah, for Batman fans, probably like this was like, you know,
for casual fans. Anyway.
I mean, this was in the rotation for like, you know, Saturday morning cartoons.
Exactly.
Kinda, you know what I mean?
So
like we had,
this wasn't a comic thing at all. This was an original idea that spawned on animated, just like Harley Quinn wasn't originally in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
Batman Beyond was the same thing. It started as an animated show and then eventually became into the comics because of the popularity of the show. So you didn't have to be like a deep nerd to appreciate it, because if you were watching Saturday morning cartoons on WB, like all of us, it came across like your TV screen.
I'm not gonna lie to you, James.
It was up there.
I watched like the Animaniacs, and I always turned it off before Batman. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nothing wrong with that.
I watched Animaniacs and like the Muppets or whatever was on, you know, Muppet Babies or whatever, and then I always superheroes would come on.
Tiny
and
Toons.
Yeah,
Tiny Toons.
Yeah,
Ooh,
and then I lost interest by Batman. I was like, okay, Saturday morning's over now.
That's fair. I mean, water go down the hole, so I mean, I'd watch that and I'll be good.
Exactly.
Water go down the hole. But we've been on like a kick of like watching like old Nicktoons.
Yeah,
we
like
watch Hey Arnold, Doug. We watched
Rugrats.
Well,
so here's the thing. I've come to a point in my life where, you know, when things get stressful, I don't want to watch something that's going to remind me of real life or make me feel stressed. So I've resorted to telling Mario that what I need tonight is something where the stakes don't matter. I need to watch something where the stakes don't matter. Tommy and Chucky, they always get out of the pickles. You know what I mean? They get out of the pickle. I need to watch something that's going to resolve happily at the end of the day.
I'm with you on that.
Understandable. But yeah, so hopefully, all in all, I hope James Gunn maybe like looks at this, maybe like maybe we could try something here. Maybe we can try something here and revive this Batman Beyond project, because now it's out in the interwebs now. Everyone's excited about it. Maybe it'll happen.
And if it gets revived, it's because of us, right?
We did it.
Exactly.
We did it.
It's always us.
It's because they're listening to our podcast. I swear. Marvel,
always,
you know, like WB, everybody, they always listen to our podcast and they make decisions accordingly.
They drop trailers like the next day every time after the podcast.
Which is a great transition, because it did to us last week. Because last week, James and I discussed the rumors that
oh my gosh,
we were getting Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. I'm sitting in the parking lot, getting ready to get into the theater to watch Madam Web, and what do I see on Twitter? I see MCU has officially casted the Fantastic Four using a Valentine's Day card.
They wanted to get the taste of Madam Web out everybody's mouth.
It made me feel a little better, I guess. So on Valentine's Day, Marvel released a post including a Valentine's Day card with Marvel's first family, confirming the members of the Fantastic Four and confirming our suspicions of Pedro Pascal being Reed Richards. So your official cast for the Fantastic Four is Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Eben Moss-Bachrach, am I saying
Bachrach, yeah.
Bachrach as Ben Grimm, and Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm. And we have the image here on screen for you guys to see. And upon further inspection of the poster, the Thing is being seen reading a Life magazine from December 13th, 1963, meaning we're possibly getting...
How could you see that?
A 60... There's a lot of breakdowns, and I'll show it to you after. So I guess we're going to get a 60s era Fantastic Four film, which is very cool, I think. It's like, you know, that was when they were kind of born, and they're Marvel's first family.
Not for nothing, but does this not feel very friggin' nerds to you?
I'll show the look at the logo itself.
For us. I swear, Marvel. I swear, we're about to start suing for like copyright infringement.
Look at the logo.
Something.
And also, I'm excited that Herbie's in this, the little robot. I'm excited that Herbie's finally getting some love in the Fantastic Four world. So, I guess we'll go. We kind of voiced our thoughts last week about Pedro Pascal, but how are we feeling about the rest of the cast here as the Fantastic Four?
Lee, what do you think?
I need to know who these people are. Is that
right
who
here.
they are?
You know
What are
him.
they in? Yeah, I love him.
That's cousin.
I love him.
He's going to kill it as a Ben Grimm.
Yeah.
He's like 100%. I'm down for that one.
He's gonna be
Yeah.
the thing.
Like,
Yeah.
yes.
He's literally Ben Grimm in the bear. Like tough exterior,
Yeah.
soft inside.
and
like,
I love it.
Perfect. Yeah.
I
He's
want to
perfect.
see him in like everything.
Yeah.
I love him. I don't know who that
She's-
is.
Vanessa Kirby. She was
Kirby.
in the last Mission Impossible movie. The last two, I believe.
Yes.
You mean the
Yes.
one that I did not watch?
You didn't see it with me?
No.
We got to see that.
You didn't see Rogue? No, not Rogue Nation.
It was Mission Impossible Part 1. What was it called? It's a long title. The newest one.
I have not seen
But
it.
she was in the one before that one also.
Yeah, she was in the
where
first-
the
yeah.
nuclear bomb and everything.
Yeah, is that Rogue Agent? Not Rogue Agent. Rogue
I can't-
something.
Is it Rogue Nation? I don't know. I can't
I think
remember.
it was Nation. You know Papa Pascal?
Yeah, so here's the thing about him, right? So, like, listen, I know you guys already voiced your opinions on him, but I didn't get to. So let me
Yes.
voice my opinions on him.
Let's do it.
I love Pedro Pascal. I think he is a phenomenal actor.
Papi
He's
Chulo.
probably gonna surprise us, realistically. He's probably gonna like come out and be like the best Mr.
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic ever. I'm having a brain fart moment. But right now, I'm like, dude, like, I just don't see it.
And you're not even a comic book fan. You didn't
I'm
see
not
it.
even a comic book fan, but I remember us having this conversation on a previous episode of the podcast, and you guys explaining to me what Mr. Fantastic is all about, who he is, and I was like, I don't see it. He's a goofy guy. And I love that I love when he plays goofy characters, but he is a super versatile actor. I get that.
Well, we have him in Last of Us. Do you like him in Last of Us?
Yeah,
So,
I know. I'm
Not
gonna,
the same
I'm gonna,
character.
yeah, it's going to be.
Yeah, it's not the same character though. But I do know that he is like a versatile actor. So
Right.
I'm gonna hold my judgments. But my first initial thought was why? There are other actors out there that could probably portray this character like perfectly.
Raylo says, could we say the same thing about Robert Downey Jr. as Stark? No, we could
No,
not.
he was a perfect.
No, we
cast.
could not.
Stan Lee saw him and
Yeah.
was like, "That's my guy." Like,
We could say the same thing about Heath Ledger as Joker because you just didn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people agreed he's still a good actor. So hey, let's let it play.
Yeah. And it
But
ended up
no,
being
not
phenomenal.
RDJ. Not RDJ.
And I agree with Stacy. Stacy just said, I feel like this is a let's cast the it guy casting choice. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about them saying, hey, he's killing it in everything he's doing right now. Let's cast him as Mr. Fantastic. And like, I'm hoping that pays off in the end. It probably will. I'm going to trust.
yeah, I think,
casting
yeah,
directors.
yeah. I mean, we said
But
it
come
about
on.
people
Don't
said
let us
it.
down.
People said it about Michael Keaton back in the day. I've heard stories from like relatives and stuff that were like around when that movie was coming out, and they're like, the guy from Mr. Mom is gonna be Batman, you know, and now
Beetlejuice.
he's like he's our favorite, one of our favorite Batman of all time.
This is true. This is true.
So yeah, like,
But
He could
I
surprise
think
us.
both can be true.
Yeah.
He's going to kill it and sell us, but we don't see it right now.
yeah,
We
We're
don't see
all
it.
reacting. We're
Mhm.
all reacting.
Mm-hmm.
So first impressions, we don't have the script. We haven't seen the trailer. We only have a picture of him as Reed, and he still has the stash, which I'm still upset about. I'm still upset that he has that stash. He's
Yeah.
had it in every role. Cut it.
Yeah.
He needs or grow a beard.
Something.
I'm wondering
I'm
if they
pissed off about that.
I'm wondering if they just took like some images from other things they've done and just kind of pasted it on there, because it does
No.
it looks off. It looks off. Like,
What does?
Pedro Pascal, like with the mustache and everything. I
It
wonder
was
if they
done
just-
by I forgot the name of the artist. He does Marvel comic books and stuff. So maybe the face, maybe I'm sure they didn't like have all four of them pose and draw it. So maybe you're right. Maybe it's like a little bit off or something like that. But the designs and everything you're seeing is purposeful from what we can tell. And so I think even the stash and his look is purposeful. based on that.
Because he's got the gray on the sides.
Yeah.
Thing looks like classic Thing.
I hope he's CG.
You know, so hopefully he looks proper. And I'm kind of digging the sweater looking suits. Like, I think that's kind of classic looking Fantastic Four.
And 60s.
Yeah, so yeah, that thing. But back to casting. So we have Pedro.
Are any of these actors like actual fans?
I think he is. That's your
is that
boy.
the only one?
I don't like this casting at all.
Him as Human Torch. It's
I like it better.
It looks
than
like
Pedro.
he could be an asshole though.
Well, I think I think they got him because of Stranger Things.
Yeah,
he was the kid who played Metallica tune on the trailer.
Oh, I love him.
So
yeah,
I could see that.
He's Eddie, right?
Eddie, yeah.
That's his name.
I think yeah. So I think that's why people. But that's the thing. He's another one where it's like they're reeling you in. All four of them, really. It's like Vanessa Kirby's killing. I don't know if you know much about Vanessa Kirby. She's gorgeous.
I have to watch once I watch Mission
awesome.
Impossible. Maybe
she's awesome.
The Crown.
Oh, yeah, she's in The Crown.
Oh, who is she in The Crown?
I think she's in The Crown. Hold on,
look it up real quick.
Because I have watched The Crown.
Yeah, she's in there. What is her role?
Who is she? Is she the sister?
I don't know. I have never seen The Crown, but she's in The Crown.
Let's see. Let's grab.
She looks so familiar, but I can't figure out.
Let me grab The Crown.
Cast.
Let me find cast. And
what is happening? Scroll down more.
Oh yeah, you go to IMDb. And then Vanessa Kirby is Princess Margaret.
Yeah, that's what I just said. The sister, Princess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's her.
Okay. Okay.
That's her Sue Storm.
Very prim and proper. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I could see it. All right.
She's going to kill it as Sue. She's going to kill it as Sue. A lot of people don't know Sue is the most powerful person on the Fantastic Four, by a mile.
So I think that's where I'm at. I'm like, Invisible Woman and Thing, great.
Yes,
Human Torch and Reed Richards. I'm like, I could have went back and I'm still with you, James. Homeboy from You.
Yes,
as Mr.
Penn Badgley.
Mr. Fantastic would have been tremendous. Would have been tremendous. And like Johnny Storm,
John Krasinski.
Krasinski was Reed Richards in Doctor Strange.
I know.
He didn't want it. He never wanted to do it.
Yeah, so he showed up.
He didn't want to be that.
But I kind of would prefer that over Pedro. I'm like, give me that.
I gotta look it up. Is Pedro what? Give it to people that want it.
I'm sure he's into it.
Who said? I think Stacy said it. You repeated what Stacy said, Lee. Like he's the it guy.
Yeah.
And I think Stacy is perfect. Like she nailed it, because if we look at the MCU right now, who's the Iron Man or Captain America of the squad right now? Like who's the face of the MCU right now? It's kind of hard to tell because
it should be Sam,
really not,
but is it? But not really.
But yeah, exactly. Like I hope it's Sam. You want it to be Sam, but it's not going to be. He doesn't have the charisma or anything. And when you bring in a Reed Richards, you need somebody who's going to be like that lightning pole, that rallying cry that everybody looks at. It's like, okay, that's the face of the MCU right now, and it's Marvel's first family. There's so much mystique to these characters already, and we're excited about seeing them with the MCU because the previous iterations haven't really done them justice to a degree. And so when you bring in something like this, a Reed who's going to be the face of not only the Fantastic Four, but possibly the MCU going into Secret Wars and after, especially when the X-Men come in, having an it guy like this portray Reed from a business standpoint, I get it.
It's a good power move, yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, really, all four of these people are really people love them right now. Like when Stranger Things was over, everyone could talk about was Eddie, right? Like,
Yeah.
truly. And
Yeah.
she is really good as Princess Margaret. And like the Bear is a really big movie, a big show right now. So yeah, I guess it makes sense.
Right.
It makes sense. You're right.
Yeah.
It was just
but it doesn't feel like a
taken
normal.
aback.
It doesn't feel like a normal casting for Marvel. That's I think that's what's throwing it off. Hemsworth was relatively unknown. RDJ was coming back from, detention essentially within Hollywood. I mean, Scarlett was already there. Chris Evans, known for doing roles and stuff, but really wasn't a household name until Cap, was a thing. And Jeremy Renner was just known for action stuff, but still wasn't a big name until, the MCU. And then you had Edward Norton, but then you bring in Mark Ruffalo, who's more indie stuff, who's relatively known, but was a surprise for him to be in the MCU. So them 6 relatively aren't like those big names. And then you bring in the Guardians of the Galaxy, not relatively popular actors outside of Vin and Bradley Cooper, who both are voice actors. Everybody else, Gamora, I mean, Zoe Saldana, yeah, she's huge and everything, but not as huge. So just looking at their track record with casting, it never really seemed to go with the it person, maybe outside of Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange.
I'm wondering if they're doing it because they know that Fantastic Four has never been done properly. So it's convincing people like, hey, come see this movie because a lot of the people you love are in it.
We promise
we promise we won't fuck it up this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
maybe.
And I mean, they're trying to get back in good graces, which Deadpool is going to do that for them. So hopefully this casting is going to do it as well. So
it's true.
Well, speaking of casting, one more little MCU bit. Possibly our boy Henry Cavill joining the MCU. We won't take any particular rumor too seriously. However, if some of the latest casting rumors about Henry Cavill circulating online are to be believed, the British actor 40 has already consented to join the MCU. After a brief cameo as Superman Black Adam's mid-credit scene, he was left without a superhero film franchise. Given that Warner Brothers never treated the Man of Steel and Justice League star well, it makes sense for Cavill to move on to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and based on current rumors, it looks like the actor will make his MCU debut sooner rather than later. The question is, who the hell is he going to play?
Yeah, I need help with this one.
Everyone's saying,
I hope it's too on the nose.
Everyone's saying either Captain Britain or Doctor Doom.
Oh,
Doctor Doom, I don't really see.
No.
That would be a weird one.
Yeah. Although I like the idea of, because my favorite casting for Doctor Doom was when we went to go see Kevin Smith, and I asked him, how would you cast the Fantastic Four? And he gave like funny answers for the Fantastic Four, but he's like, if he was still alive, Alan Rickman is Doctor Doom, because Doctor Doom is kind of a tragic character where, like, he has like one little scar on his face and he thinks he's hideous. Like, you gotta have like a pretty guy as Doctor Doom, but not Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill's gotta be a hero. You know what I mean? And
but does he? Maybe he's at the heel turn of his career. We don't know.
Not Doctor Doom.
Who are we to judge?
Not Doom.
He's too big for Doom.
Well,
here I go again. Too big.
Too big. James.
Doctor Doom's pretty big. He's gonna put that clunky suit on.
No, if I say the suit is big, Doctor Doom is not big. Remember, at the end of the day, he and Reed went to school together, and they're nerds. They're not big. So his suit is huge. And I'm cool with that. I think Henry Cavill is just too big. He has the jawline. I liked him as a villain in that Mission Impossible movie we talked about with Vanessa Kirby. I loved him as the villain there.
Where he reloaded his fists. Remember that?
Yeah. I loved him so I would love to see him as a villain. But I don't see it. I don't see Alan Rickman.
I mean,
as Doom.
Hey, I mean
but-
that was more like a Kevin Smith used to work with Alan Rickman, so he's like, it'd be funny. But like I liked his idea of like you need someone like this kind of like, you know, can be a dramatic actor, but kind of like has a very like poetic kind of face and like kind of, but like he's like just affected by like just the one scar on his face, you know. But I don't know if they're gonna go with that for this Doom.
Who is
But-
Captain Britain?
Captain Britain is basically Captain America, but for the UK.
Yeah, kind of like Captain Carter a little bit.
Yeah.
Which we already have that, so we don't need that again. Like, you know,
He would have been amazing. I'm sorry, I know you guys love Roy Kent, but Henry Cavill would have been a better Hercules. He would have been a better Hercules or Sentry, which is essentially Superman in the MCU. But Henry Cavill would have been
him as
Hercules.
Adam Warlock would have been dope.
Yeah, but I'm just imagining Cavill versus Hemsworth, Hercules versus Thor. I'm just like, oh my gosh, make that happen.
But also, like, Marvel, can we, like, I know that this is just rumors, right? Fine. But, like, can we just take a beat and, like, get to love the characters you have already introduced us to, please? Because you keep throwing shit at me, and I don't have time to emotionally connect with these people. I would just like a moment, okay?
Bro, spitting facts. Oh my gosh. Where's the Eternals at? Like, where's the next Moon Knight project? Like, what's going on here?
Where are my Young Avengers that I was promised like
Vision has been
13 years
No, we got
ago?
the Young Avengers already. But
yeah, but they have not assembled.
White Vision is over there floating around the world.
White
What's
Vision?
he doing?
Wanda is dead, supposedly.
Apparently.
But really, she shouldn't be dead because she was freaking fire and everybody loved her. Why are you going to kill off one of your...
Like, honestly, when did we get Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Oh my God, that was like 2020, wasn't it?
Forever ago?
And we're not seeing Sam Wilson as Captain America for another 5 years? Are you serious?
He's going to be like 82 by then.
Are you serious? Like, what is happening
What
here?
are we doing, Marvel?
You got Harrison Ford as Red Hulk. He's not gonna be able to freaking do it by then.
He already replaced the older guy. You got to replace
an even older guy.
Harrison Ford again.
Who's next? Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood's gonna be the next.
Jesus, man. Then we're gonna have like what's his name?
Shang-Chi. Like, where's that movie at?
They did.
Where are these characters?
Simu Liu did come out recently saying that they are starting to work on stuff for Shang-Chi too. So
I
that's
hope
so.
so.
They're writing.
They're writing.
So they haven't even gone into production.
Right. But they are getting the wheels turned there at least.
That was like one of your most popular movies thus far in the last phase. Why was that not a priority?
We'll see in 2030.
Why?
We'll see in 2030.
But why was it not a priority?
Because we gotta because we gotta bring the X-Men in. I'm excited about the X-Men and Fantastic
But also,
Four,
again,
but I want to see
more
everything else.
characters that we're adding to an already stacked plate right now.
They've added White Vision. We already knew who Wanda is, but they've added Agatha, which we're getting a spinoff show for whatever reason at the end of this year. Then they added Moon Knight. They added Miss Marvel. We haven't heard anything about Moon Knight. They added Miss Marvel. We got a movie with her in the Marvels. They've also added She-Hulk. Haven't heard anything else out of that, thank God. And then
Yelena.
we have Yelena, which we haven't seen her in a movie at all. We just saw her in another show. Well, we did see her in Black Widow, which was also 2000, I think, or 2001. I mean, 21 or 2020, whatever.
Something like
so
that.
I'm just like,
beginning pandemic. And then there's also did you already say Kate Bishop?
Oh yeah, Kate Bishop.
Kate
Well, we saw her at
we
the end of
just saw
Marvels.
her in the Marvels.
Yeah,
And
as a
Echo.
end credits.
And
Echo just came out.
But there's so many characters that they have just introduced in the last like 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
That like now what are we gonna do here, guys? Because we've got all these people in this pot, and we need to make a soup.
And we're adding more next year.
And we're adding more. Why?
Remember last year we did the podcast and all y'all like attacked me saying they can't end the MCU. They got to end the MCU. We got to stop.
They're not gonna end the MCU.
We got to stop and reboot. I think that the Fantastic Four being set in the 60s is going to be a soft reboot because I don't think this version of the 60s is the quote unquote Infinity Saga that we know. It's not that Earth. I think
it's not 616.
I don't think it is. I think we're starting fresh because Fantastic Four is Marvel's first family. So I think with this starting up new in the 60s, make them the first family, start it over with them. Start it over and then slowly build other things. Why not?
Because they have a lot, like,
have Rita Richards.
The scope of things, they have a lot of things that are hits that you're building up to. Do you know how many people would be, I would be pissed off at the amount of time that I have invested in some of these storylines to not have any sort of payoff.
You had a payoff. You know when the payoff was?
What?
Avengers Endgame.
No.
That was the end of the MCU.
Because Kate Bishop wasn't in that. Echo wasn't in that. Yelena wasn't in that.
I mean, you can get them in
who else? Who else? All these people, they were not all in that.
Well, you always didn't hear my theory a couple weeks ago, is that I think Marvel movies are just the reason that they seem so disconnected is because they're in different Earths. Because as we saw in the end of the,
fine.
Yeah, we saw at the end of the Marvels, we saw that we had like 616 happening, and then Photon got shot into this other Earth, and then the X-Men exist there, and that's how we got the X-Men. And we talked about last week how Deadpool, I think, is going to literally save the MCU because he's going to go back and like rescue characters that have died and all of that. And
we've also got Loki saving the MCU. We got Madam Web, who's supposedly saving the MCU.
So the only thing Madam Web saved was people.
Madam Web is supposedly weaving the web. No, the web
Loki
of the
can't
story.
do anything.
Loki's like out here like holding everything together.
Yeah, Loki's just like literally just holding it together. He can't do anything. He's like basically the Watcher.
So he's just there forever.
He's like the Watcher. He sees
can't do
everything.
anything.
Brother, he's gonna get sick of that shit.
Well, that's the weight of responsibility. You know?
But
of purpose, glorious purpose.
So we had all these great things. Loki, it's just okay. He got his purpose. Cool, he's done. And then Endgame. It's like you had the guy who started the MCU, Tony Stark. He had his greatest character arc of all time, where he didn't care about himself for once, and he cared about everybody else. He saved.
There's talks of him coming back too, though. So
he shouldn't. Why? He did his job. That's like it's like The Rock coming back to wrestle again. You know what I mean? Why? We don't need to do back. We have plenty of other talent here.
Flavor.
Flavor, sure. I mean, if he wanted to come back for one thing, sure, I wouldn't be opposed to it. But like, just move on. But I think we're in such a Marvel has spun himself out so hard with all these like ridiculous things and these failures. We never thought a Marvel movie would fail. Remember when we were like,
wasn't Marvel?
I'm talking
about
the MCU. The only
but that wasn't as bad.
The only thing that
Quantumania failed.
The only thing that came good last year was probably Guardians, movie wise,
and that was even.
And that was just tough to watch. So it's like I think now. You start fresh with Fantastic Four, and you slowly kind of like rebuild the MCU a little bit, and you can have your Kate Bishop stories that happen in a different Earth. It's like DC. Like that's the one thing DC kind of got right, where it's like I like how the Batman is not connected to anything. I don't have to worry about Ben Affleck showing up in the Batman. It's its own thing. The Joker, which is its own thing. Just slowly start to disassociate a little bit and just have separate things.
That's what they did, and now people are pissed because we all expect them to be connected. Okay,
but you can't get pissed at comic books. Comic books do that all the time. You know what I mean? I have so many books in that box
but I'm not
of different Spider-Man.
I'm a movie fan.
Well, these movies are about comic books. These are from the comic books, and you got to stop at some point and do a reissue. You got to do different stories sometimes, man. You can't ride this train forever. Kevin Feige's getting tired, I'm sure. How old is Kevin Feige?
I don't know.
How old is Kevin Feige?
Not old enough.
I'm old enough Kevin Feige.
Not old enough to retire yet.
Because he's trying to retire, go make a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, you know who else was trying to retire?
He's 50 years old.
He's 50. Mario, 50. That's like the new 20. Sure. Okay. You know who else was trying to retire? What's his face? The Disney CEO.
Yeah. Which one?
The one that came back. Iger. Bob Iger. He was trying to retire already.
Because he saw the ship was sinking.
Reeled him back in.
But I don't know. That's just why I think we eventually have to kind of close the chapter at some point.
Yeah, to quote a famous friend of ours, I have so many questions and all of them are why.
I mean, like, Secret Wars is going to be a reset. If anybody who followed the comics, like Mario, if you like just Googled all new, all different Marvel, like that image is of members who are currently within the MCU. And what all new, all different Marvel was literally Marvel Comics starting over with the characters and kind of shepherding in these new characters while getting rid of the old characters exactly after Secret Wars in the comic books. And so you have a, movie called Secret Wars coming at the end, which is supposed to takes place after the collapse of the multiverse, after everybody has been destroyed. Is only a select few characters who are going to survive Secret Wars. So I'm like, yo, yeah. So you got all new, all different Marvel. This was like back 2015, 2016, after Secret Wars, came back, which also aired during that time. Look at this casting. Like, look at this list. You have Kamala Khan, who's already in the MCU right now. You have Sam Wilson's Captain America, who's already in the MCU.
Who's that guy?
You have Miles Morales, Spider-Man, which a lot of people are talking about. A live action Miles Morales coming into fruition. You have Vision in the back right there, already established. Female Thor. Like, you have so many of these characters already there, while also bringing in some of these other characters that the MCU has introduced. I'm just like, bro, just bring in some other characters, do like they did in the comic books with all new, all different Marvel, and go from there. Even the Iron Man, that's not Tony Stark. That's what's her name? Riri Williams' character.
Ironheart.
Ironheart. That's Ironheart. That's not Iron Man. So I'm like, you already did it in the comic books. Just go from there with the Avengers, and then also bring in the Fantastic Four and the X-Men, and you got a clean slate while honoring the OG cats. Let them rest at the end of Secret Wars, because we know most of them going to come back. But after Secret Wars, all new, all different MCU, and go from there. That's my pitch.
Who's that guy with the bow and arrow?
I forgot his name.
Warpath?
Warpath?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, which we haven't seen.
But you got Jane Foster's Thor, which she and Captain
She's dead
America,
though, isn't she? Or are you talking about if they rebooted?
Yeah, if they rebooted,
Gotcha.
It would be cool to bring her back. But
yeah, I'd like to see more Jane, please.
So would I.
That'd be great.
So would I.
Done properly, that would have been tremendous.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I was blinking. This is 6 Easter eggs. Wait.
I'm pulling this up now. Is this all the Easter eggs from
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about this last week. We had the Secret Wars comic that showed up.
So they're saying the Void's the perfect place for Battle World. That's true. That's true.
It would be, honestly.
Because it's outside of time already.
Is that?
That's
Void?
true.
The Void was from
the
Loki.
Void from
Remember
Loki.
that? From the episode where all that.
With Elias.
And Battle World is basically where, like, Kang created this place where the Avengers would fight there.
Yeah.
Basically.
So yeah. So Dr. Doom actually created it.
Dr. Doom.
So all the universes collapsed, and Doom just grabbed everybody who was alive left and created a world. It was the only thing left. And they already set it up because Loki wasn't a part of Secret Wars because he was outside of time. He was outside of space, just like he is now.
Mm-hmm.
So they already set that up. When he came back, he became Loki, got his stories and stuff. So I like the Void being the location for Battle World, honestly.
Yeah,
I can see them doing that because it already feels like Deadpool is kind of bringing in characters like Wolverine and other people into this area already, and he's working with the TVA, so that would be interesting, Tim.
But would you still do Doctor Doom as it? Like, you still got to introduce Doctor Doom now.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
So how do you do it?
After
Doctor Doom after Battleworld happens?
I want him to be. I feel like it's too late. I feel like it's too late to bring in Doom.
Well, I think now it's the plan was supposed to be Kang, I think,
Yeah.
but now with this being out, there's still not, the jury's still out on what they're going to do with Kang.
I mean, true, but have you seen who's rumored to play him?
Play Kang?
Yeah,
No.
There's a couple of names I've been seeing.
Well, this new guy we surfaced. Hold on, let me bring the link up. New actor to King the Conqueror. Oh yeah, that's his. What's his name? I just need a name. I just need a name because they got him right here. No, it's a video. I don't want a video. Hold on. Coleman Domingo. I think that's his name.
Coleman?
Yeah, Domingo. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So he's like the new
Okay.
suggestion in regards to him playing King and kind of finishing that King storyline that they've already started. Because Doom is too good to bring in late.
Yeah, just throw him
In
in
my
like,
opinion.
here he
Yeah.
is.
Storyline.
Yeah, he's too late. Now, in the comics, you find out there's this thing that's been there's this story of this god who's been like causing incursions and stuff like that. And everybody's like, who is this person? They keep talking about it, and you find out is actually Doom. And that would be like a nice little Easter egg. But the way the MCU has set it up, it looks like Kang has been the one like doing all this stuff and causing the incursions in the first place. Thus, Kang Dynasty with the original Kang War that destroyed multiverses. So the way they set it up, it seems like they have to keep Kang as part of the main villain hierarchy moving into the end of the multiverse saga and then bring in Doom. And so if you get an actor like this, I think he would be great as Kang and kind of keep the same energy Majors brought, which he killed it. I know, I mean,
Yeah.
what he did and stuff like that, but his portrayal as the character was
On point.
amazing. Yeah. So I'm like, you bring in this guy, kind of keep the King storyline stuff, which you were going to do originally, and then bring in Doom afterwards, I think would be a good play. So I don't know. But
Yeah.
there's a lot. There's so many questions.
All of them are why.
All of them are why. We got for time 9:41. All right, so yeah, we can kind of bust through this real quick. We do have in gaming news, we got some gaming news stuff here. We got the first look at the live action Borderlands movie, which is something I've been kind of curious about here. People Magazine dropped the first look at the image for the upcoming Borderlands movie, set to drop August 9th of this year. Kate Blanchett is on a mission to save the universe in Borderlands, and people's exclusive first look of the upcoming Borderlands film. Blanchett, who's 54 years old, sports a striking red hairstyle and a combat-ready look as infamous outlaw Lilith, the mysterious fugitive, makes a homecoming to her planet Pandora in order to search for the missing daughter of Atlas, Edgar Ramirez. Lilith also teams up with a band of outcasts that include former soldier Roland, played by Kevin Hart, which I thought was a joke at first. I can't believe it's actually happening. Preteen demolitionist Tiny Tina, Ariana Greenblatt, Tiny Tina's bodyguard Krieg, Florian Munstina. I'm butchering all these names. And the scientist Tannis, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, and Robot Claptrap, and our favorite Bowser, Jack Black.
Peaches.
One photo shows team assembled peering down a manhole. First trailer drops tomorrow. I guess the big question is, who cares? Who cares about this movie? Who's excited to see
A lot of
this?
people in chat care.
I'm sure there's Borderlands fans out there, but doesn't this poster look a little familiar?
It looks cheesy.
What's it remind you of? Digging up them holes.
It does look like holes.
Digging
You're
up
right.
them holes.
I was gonna say Journey to the Center of the Earth, but holes is probably more.
to the T. What is that? You smell a dog? That's
It's
me. All right, but yeah, just the most random assortment of people. Kate Blanchett and Jamie Lee Curtis blow my
And
mind.
Kevin Hart.
And
like,
if you've played,
you know, it's gonna be, he's just gonna be like,
yeah, like that's not
like,
Roland. I would expect like Idris Elba or something like.
Borderlands is an amazing game.
Tremendous.
Let's just get that out of the way.
But Kevin Hart plays one character.
But
he's one-dimensional.
Yep.
I hope I'm wrong. I don't see it yet. I don't see it. I will say, my girl Kate Blanchett does not age.
Yeah.
And she's perfect in everything she's in. That's my girl.
And Jamie Lee Curtis as well.
And Jamie Lee, yes, same with Jamie Lee Curtis as well, who, my gosh, man, I love to see it. We get the trailer tomorrow, or I mean, it'll be out by the time the podcast and YouTube sees us. But I just gotta see it. I just gotta see it. Borderlands is such a good game. I don't see it as a story-driven movie. Maybe a fun time with a lot of CGI effects and stuff and simple nods and everything, but
kind of like the Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah, yes. Okay, yeah. The first Mortal Kombat movie made sense because, how do you do a tournament of a movie? Well, you just borrow Dragon, was it Return of the Dragon, whatever, the Bruce Lee movie. You just copy that, paste it, and put a Mortal Kombat skin, and boom, you have it.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to do this with that.
Tastefully.
So I gotta see it.
I think from looking at it, it's kind of giving me the vibes of the Twisted Metal show that was on Peacock, I believe.
I don't even know.
Yes.
Which I enjoyed. It was not really tied to any game, but it was fun. Like Sweet Tooth was a fun character. They're all fun characters. Anthony Mackie,
freaking great.
But this, it's I don't know if they're gonna follow the game. I appreciate the designs. That's the thing with gaming in television and movies now. I think now that they've seen how much has failed in the past, now they're not afraid to make Master Chief look like Master Chief, to make Joel look like Joel from Last of Us, to make Claptrap look like Claptrap. All these things, I think they're starting to learn. We just do what the game does. But a game like Borderlands, who asked for a movie? It's maybe a show was too much for them.
Jumping on to the video game turned something train. We had in the last couple of years, we've had what? Halo.
Yep.
We've had Uncharted. Well, Uncharted is
that was a movie.
Uncharted was garbage. It was okay, but Uncharted
what was the one you just said?
Halo.
No.
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal. There's been
Sonic, Mario,
Mortal Kombat, Mario, all of these games that they're just let's jump on the train of instead of creating something new, we're gonna just rehash these old
Fallout is
properties.
coming out on Amazon now.
Fallout, which I'm kind of excited for Fallout. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Me too.
That's because it's done well. I don't know. I'm just can we?
I will say, I'm glad video games are getting the respect they deserve in regards to another medium for storytelling.
Yeah.
Because we forgot to even mention Last of Us, which won a ton of Emmys.
Oh yeah, and Last of Us. Yeah.
On HBO for Max right now. So I'm glad to see even Iger was bro, I didn't realize how much money gaming makes, and I didn't see it as a viable way of income. And so Disney is now looking at video games and they're doing the Fortnite thing. So video games are becoming more respected as an IP in Hollywood, just like books and other comic books were in the past and stuff, which I'm very excited to hear about. My own thing is,
do it right.
Yeah. some of these ideas, I'm just like Borderlands, like why?
Yeah.
Why?
It's just like, I mean, if there's not a storyline necessarily, I haven't played Borderlands, have I? I don't think I played. None of these characters really look familiar, so I don't think I've played it. But if there's not really a good, solid storyline to build off of, how can you know what I mean?
And Borderlands is pretty wacky too, so it's
exactly.
I'm curious to see how they go with it.
There have been good iterations of video games turned to movies or TV recently, and there have been bad ones. And I just hope that this one does not fall into the bad category with all these people in it.
It is.
James is like, it is.
It's
having not even seen the movie yet. It has definitely. Yeah, no, it's definitely.
Well, we'll see it tomorrow. I'm sure you'll see reactions on Friggin Nerds and over on Jamie's channel for what this monstrosity could be, or who knows, could be our favorite thing in the world.
Could be just like Mario, you know.
Mario.
We were all shitting on Mario, saying that
Chris
Pratt, and it ended up being one of my favorite movies of the year.
Yeah, this is true. Great point.
But anyways, moving on. One last bit of news before we go into the draft. This is not a drill, people. This is happening.
For real this time.
A Nintendo Direct showcase is happening tomorrow morning. I checked, I double checked, I triple checked Twitter. I checked Reversal's Twitter account.
No, we've stopped following Reversal's Twitter account after the last mishap.
Anything Reversal tweets, I do not believe whatever he says. Shout out to Reversal. So yes, we're getting a Nintendo Direct partner showcase. You guys can watch on demand via YouTube on 2/21 at 6 a.m. Pacific time or 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or you can watch
such a weird time.
Friggin Nerds Media at 9 a.m. reacting to it live for about 25 minutes of info focused on Nintendo Switch games coming in the first half 2024 from our publishing development.
Which we're halfway into the first half of the year, so get on that, Nintendo. What are we doing?
So I guess
and Pokemon Direct on the 27th.
That's coming up too, which I have some thoughts on that as well. So I thought we put together some like predictions all around. Let's go around and see if we get some predictions tomorrow. We kind of were thinking about new hardware, but it might not happen here. If it's only it's only 25 minutes, so
it's like third party type stuff.
So we're not getting hardware yet, but I'm thinking maybe Zelda DLC. I want my GameCube emulator. Like that'd be tremendous.
Ooh, that would be nice.
And a lot of people, I saw Leonhardt and a couple of other Pokemon heads today on Twitter saying, "Give me all the Pokemon games, the Game Boy games on the Game Boy app they have there."
Yep.
Like give me that. You know.
Give me that.
So let's start with you, Lee.
What
are your predictions for tomorrow's Direct?
Well, my girl Steph, shout out to Steph, has what is echoing? BT Dubs. No, like it's not. On. That's not on. Anyway,
it was.
My girl Steph has come up with the theory that we're gonna get some Zelda DLC, and I have a feeling that she is correct.
You think so?
I definitely think so.
There's a release date.
Yeah.
Gameplay? No gameplay?
Maybe it's going to be like released tomorrow. I don't know. But I just think that we're going to get something about Zelda DLC because she's right. Like, we had Breath of the Wild DLC not too long after the game came out, right? And Tears of the Kingdom came out when? Last year at this point. Like, when last year? I don't remember. It was like pretty early in the year, right?
It was March. It was either late February or March.
Because I remember it came out around the same time as Legacy, and so I was torn, and I still have not finished it. I have not finished either game.
Yeah, you haven't finished Legacy either.
So, I mean, I'm just saying, I want to finish the game first and foremost, but also I would like some DLC for Zelda. And I do feel like right now, Nintendo, their online play stuff, like their family stuff, is getting a little stale. I feel like they really need some announcements about their
GameCube
online
emulator would bring it like to the next level.
They need something because right now people like I was just thinking about it the other day. Like, although Mario does play the games that are on there, but I was like, why are we paying like 4 times the amount of regular online?
I like to sit on the toilet and play Majora's Mask sometimes. It's nice.
For like 16 games. Like, they have not rolled it out as fast as I thought they were going to be rolling things out with the online games. So, I'm just saying. I think that needs to happen for sure. Maybe those two things. We'll see. We'll see.
All right, James, you have some predictions for tomorrow's draft direct.
Oh yeah. I got 2. Count this. This is automatically happening. Hi-Fi Rush announcement.
Okay.
Xbox just released that they have 4 games that will be going to cross platforms to PlayStation and Nintendo, and Hi-Fi Rush was one of them that was just announced last week. So I think Nintendo Direct is going to confirm that and kind of hype that up. Hi-Fi Rush is a great game. Check it out, or wait for it to come onto your platform if you don't have Xbox or Game Pass. The second one, Hogwarts Legacy. WB just announced it being the highest selling game in 2023. I think they might kind of highlight Hogwarts Legacy has been on the Switch for like 4 months now, November, December, stuff like that. Hey, we have Hogwarts Legacy over here. Check it out. Highest selling game might be on sale. Those are my 2 things right there. Hogwarts Legacy, Hi-Fi Rush.
All right. Yep.
They're like, we got duped at the Game Awards, so come and buy. Hey,
they're getting their comeuppance now, man. They just They just did the what was it, the Dice Awards?
Yep.
They came home.
I think they got like 2 or 3 awards there.
Good. Yeah, they freaking deserve it.
About damn time. So yeah, my things are just like, give me a GameCube emulator. I want to play. I've had the hankering to play Zelda Wind Waker. You know, I know Steffe roasts that. That's my favorite Zelda game. But it's one of my favorites. I also
Wind Waker is so fun.
I love Wind Waker so
fun.
And yeah, it's just tough. Nintendo's in a weird spot right now because the big complaints around lately are, you know, a lot of the games coming out are like remakes and you know, just collections and whatever and all that. They're gearing up for that new hardware and they're going to save the stuff that we're like begging for. I saw some people in chat talking about Metroid and that we haven't seen anything for Metroid in a bit, and all these other games that like we're waiting for. They're waiting for that new hardware. I think we're going to get that at some point this year soon, but probably not going to be tomorrow. But we'll see. We'll be streaming it live tomorrow morning. If you guys are here in the chat, come join us. If not, we'll probably have some YouTube stuff out later on, reacting to some of the announcements coming out. So we hope to see some cool stuff.
They just need to cash in on that nostalgia thing that's going on right now. Like everybody's into nostalgia.
That's a thing, but
they need to do it faster.
Like they're
gonna miss their window.
But they're gonna slap us in the face with like, oh, here's a Mario collection for $60. I gotta pay $60 to play Mario 64 again and Mario Sunshine and stuff like that.
That's like, where the online they
drop it in there.
Here's $80, pay $80 and get all.
They already got my money. They already got my money.
Yeah, but like put some other stuff on there. You're coming up on the 1 year mark where people are gonna start dropping that.
Yeah.
Like that's what I was trying to say is like, if you weren't constantly playing all those old games, like I would have run out of interest by now. I would have been like, yep, this year we're just gonna go with the $20 online play.
True, like, man. How else am I gonna play Pokemon Puzzle Master? How else am I gonna play Excite Bike?
We'll figure it out. You know why? You have a friend who mods Game Boys. Get on it, boy.
I can't play.
You have a friend who mods lots of things. He modded our Wii.
Well, I need James. I need to look for a PS Vita for me, man. If I get a Vita, I'll be good. If I get a PlayStation Vita, I'll get rid of Nintendo.
I don't want to get rid of Nintendo entirely.
I'll look for it tomorrow.
Something $100. Tell them $100. I'll sign something for him. I don't know. I'll hit
my spot.
hit the spot up. But yes. Anyways, so that's the news for today. Before we get out of here, this is exciting. You get to do it for the first time in a long time.
For the first time in forever,
it's the Nonsense Draft. Each week we go head-to-head in a fantasy football style draft where we pick completely off-the-wall teams related to that week's topic. You, the listeners, get to decide who assembled the best teams by voting in our new Nonsense Draft channel over on the Friggin Nerds official Discord server each and every week. Tonight, we are drafting movies that would be better as musicals. Oh, yes.
Wait, say that again?
Movies that would be better as musicals. There's already 2 that we've done today that I feel like would be great as musicals. But before we get into that, last week, James and myself, we had fantasy pirate squad here. I went with Captain Barboza, Aquaman, Moana, Hercules, Link from Wind Waker, speaking of Wind Waker, and Tony Stark. James went with Jack Sparrow, Reed Richards, Tinkerbell, Popeye, Aang, and Storm. This is an interesting one today, guys, because it was looking a little gloomy earlier today, but then some people woke up, I guess, this afternoon and said, let me go vote. So James got 6 and I got 6.
What?
We tied up again.
They chose chaos.
They chose chaos indeed. So tie game. It is what it is.
Interesting.
So I was like, because you had it. I think it was like 6-4.
Mm-hmm.
You and I put that in the notes, or 5-6, and I went back later to double check. It was 6-6. So I guess we both have to do a bean later on. So we both owe y'all a bean. But before then,
I need a piece of paper.
Paper?
Yeah, I need a piece of paper.
I usually type them over here.
Yeah, but I need paper for me.
Oh, okay.
I need
to strategize.
Okay. All right. So we have to figure out who's gonna go first. Here.
That's not paper.
How should we? Oh, if I roll, right? Roll a dice, or?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a dice I can borrow?
I got one there.
I'm not prepared. I'm not in the groove anymore.
You're not in the groove anymore.
Threw off my groove.
You threw off my groove. Oh, who rolled D20 in the chat?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Here, you can roll the physical dice. You're special.
Or something.
I have pens.
I'm so unprepared.
Right here.
Wildly unprepared.
Right here. Is that pen? It's not a pen. I have like a bunch of pens behind the refrigerator there.
Useless.
Behind the refrigerator.
Useless.
It's my point. X point D20. It's been a minute. Oh, I got a 7.
I need a cinnamon roll and a nap. Okay.
Okay.
I just had a couple in my head and now I can't remember what they were.
Oh my gosh, I got a 4.
Oh my goodness! So you gotta roll higher than a 7 or a 4. Lee.
Huh?
Roll, my dear.
15.
All right, so it's gonna go Lee, me, then James,
and then snake it back around.
All right, let me get some.
I just had one and now I can't remember what it was. Ah,
you're on the clock, my friend.
Oh, we got a clock now?
No, there's no clock. Also, we have a new rule where we will allow you to get some help from the chat if you need the help. There are lifelines. So, chat, give some love to Lee and help her out with a movie that would be better as a musical.
All right, guys. So, immediately I thought of 2 movies. And I don't know why, but one of them was Spider-Man No Way Home. Just because I want to see Andrew Garfield and like I just want to see all of them like in a musical together.
As a musical, okay.
Yeah. But I think I'm gonna have to, because it wasn't my favorite movie as is, I feel like Into the Spider-Verse is gonna be my first pick.
Into the Spider-Verse?
Into the Spider-Verse.
You didn't like that one?
You know that it wasn't my favorite movie.
Across the Spider-Verse, the second one.
Whatever. Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay, interesting.
What?
Interesting. I'm just saying it's interesting. All right. I'm gonna go with the obvious one, Madam Web. Might be the possibly only thing to save that movie. Moving on to James. We have 6 spots, by the way.
Oh God.
Let's go Disney. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Does that not count as a musical?
Yeah, isn't it already a musical?
Is it?
Yeah, it's already good. Have you not seen Nightmare Before Christmas?
No.
Oh.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
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 Okay, so I think musicals as like stage stuff. We have with the stage background, we have different versions of what.
Yeah, we need to define musical. Probably.
Yeah.
Is musical like? Could it be any movie where they break out in song in the middle of a movie?
Yeah. Like I'm thinking like Mary Poppins.
Like Singing in the Rain.
Sing in the Rain.
Yeah.
Like any Disney movie ever.
Yeah. All Disney movies are kind of what do you call it?
If the characters are singing, it's a musical. Like
Yeah.
I would say if the characters are singing like multiple songs.
Okay.
It's a musical. Because like, you know, sometimes they like sing along the radio or something, that doesn't really count. But
Hold
I
on.
digress.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest
Ooh,
Gump.
Forrest Gump the musical would be hilarious.
Yes.
Oh,
my
man.
all-time favorite.
Jenny.
Forrest Gump,
Jenny.
and then Lord of the Rings.
Oh, we're going two? All right, Lord of the Rings.
Because we're going back.
Oh, that's right, we're doing Snake today.
Don't we always?
Well, it's only me and James ever, so we forgot that we Snake on this thing. All right, so back to me. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna dip into the chat for this. I saw some funny ones. Someone said James Bond Octopussy. That'd be hilarious.
Wait, there is a Forrest Gump musical?
Is there?
I need receipts, Stacy.
Oh, Goonies. I'm gonna go Goonies. That's a fun one. Goonies the musical. All right, back to Lee.
I just saw Crazy Legs Tim say Star Wars A New Hope, and all I could think is like, I could either go New Hope or I could go like Force Awakens, because I want to see like Kylo Ren like break out into song. Just like super spoofy.
It's like a Scar from Lion King. He has like his own song. Be prepared.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? Please, not that one. Okay. Maybe not that one. Let's see, what else? Batman the musical.
I like New Hope is a good one.
I would say New Hope. Let's
New
do
Hope?
Star Wars New Hope.
All right, Star Wars New Hope. All right. We're back to me.
No, I get two, don't I?
Oh, yeah, that's right, you get two. Sorry. I'm not used to this anymore. What's the other one?
You were the one telling me how the podcast worked at the beginning.
Right,
if I recall.
that did happen. That did happen.
That did happen. Hang on. Sorry. I'm like, I had one earlier and I cannot remember what it was, and now it's really making me mad.
It'll come back to you. There's some good ones in the chat right now.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna go with, I saw this one earlier and like it just struck me as funny as a musical. Sharknado.
Sharknado.
Yeah.
All right.
Like that would be super spoofy.
All right. Next one for me. The Godfather.
Oh my gosh.
Godfather.
All right.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Yo, I'm stealing all of these from chat.
Oh, let's go.
First, Corgi Chica, 50 Shades as a musical.
Yep.
And then I love Sarah's Top Gun.
Top Gun the musical.
Yes, those are my two.
Let's go. All right, back to me. I'm gonna say, let's see what we got. Crazy Legs Tim got me. That's gonna pop me. Godzilla X Kong, the musical. That movie hasn't come out yet, but I still want it as a musical. All right, Godzilla X Kong. We're back to Lee. Uh-oh.
Chicken Run.
Chicken Run? Who said Chicken Run?
No one. But I just saw. Oh my god! I just saw it on here,
Chicken
and
Run?
I can't. Chicken Run.
Chicken Run it is. Chicken Run it is. Give us another one. You have two here. Chicken Run.
Oh my god. And
It's basically Reptar on Ice. And that Autumn, great pull. It is Reptar on Ice.
Reptar and I.
We have an episode. We gotta find an episode to watch tonight. Reptar on Ice. It's a Chicken Run the movie.
Chicken Run the movie.
That's so funny. Chicken Run the musical.
I would say, and also maybe, the Scream movies.
Scream?
Yeah. No, yeah.
All right. Back to me. This is my 1, 2, 3, 4. This is number 5. I'm gonna say.
Don't take the one that's in chat because that's my next one.
Which one?
Nothing. Just don't look
Ooh,
at it.
that's a good one.
No, it's mine.
That is a good one.
Don't take it.
Oh, hold on. What
Don't
movies
take
do
it.
I like? I would say Back to the Future, but there is a Back to the Future musical. It's already on Broadway.
You love Bond.
Yeah, which Bond? Dr. No could be a good one. I'm trying to think of one I could be.
Or you could do like the Kingsman.
Kingsman musical. I like the idea of a James Bond musical. And I'm gonna do it as which one? Should I do a newer one? I'm thinking about Casino Royale, maybe. No. I'm gonna go Goldfinger. Goldfinger the musical.
Nice.
Kind of like the Austin Powers.
A gold member.
Gold member.
I would do Harry Potter, but Cursed Child is a thing.
True.
First Child.
But it's not a musical.
It's not a musical.
Right?
That's a Broadway musical.
It's not a musical though. They don't sing, do they?
No, it's like
Yes, they sing.
do they sing?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen it, but I've never heard of it as being a musical.
I've never seen a Broadway that they don't sing. So
Okay.
yeah.
I don't think they do.
They don't?
Yeah, I think it's just like it's just a play.
I think it's just a play, but they have like a lot
Oh.
of cool special effects and such.
I thought they sang.
I don't think so. But
I
again,
wanna
don't
see-
quote me because I haven't seen it.
I want to see Snape
Okay.
sing. that's
Cindy
for
and
sure.
Stacey.
So it's
both
not a
don't think so.
musical?
Yeah.
That is weird.
I mean, was Shakespeare a musical? No.
Yeah. That is weird. I see the dance numbers and stuff though. I thought there was a dance number. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of something else.
It's a straight play, no singing.
Straight play, no singing. Ooh,
We
wanna
got
do
we
Harry
got
Potter now.
we got to go see it.
Do it.
Chandler just went to go see it.
Oppenheimer the musical.
Ooh, Jurassic Park.
Ooh, he got it. Jurassic.
Oh, that's a good one. Who's that? Corgi Dad?
That was the one I told Mario not to take because that was going to be my next one.
Oh, for real? I'm sorry, Lee.
It's okay. I gotta figure it
And
out.
then your last pick, James.
Should I do Harry Potter? Which Harry Potter though?
I think I might do a Potter for mine, but it's gonna be a specific one.
No. Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Home Alone is my last one.
Home Alone the musical.
Home Alone the musical.
Well, okay.
Oh, I know what it was. Sorry.
1, 2, 3. This is my last one. So okay, I'm gonna go with my pick. It's gonna be Harry Potter, Half-Blood Prince, the musical. Just think of it. Think of.
Oh no.
Think of the musical.
Okay, I'm the last one, right?
Think of the musical as they go into the house to find Slughorn, and it's a whole musical number.
No, think of the music. Think of the musical of them just screaming the entire time for Home Alone, stepping on and sliding on all this stuff. Just ouch!
Okay.
I just got hit by a tarantula. My hands are burning. I grabbed the doorknob.
Oh gracious! All right, Lee, this is.
Okay,
your last hurrah as well.
So one of the ones that's going in chat right now is Indiana Jones, and I was definitely thinking about that one. The other two that I have that I was also thinking about, guys, is that I need your help. I have Fast and the Furious.
Oh.
And I have Titanic.
Titanic the musical.
What are we thinking? Indiana Jones, Titanic, or Fast and the Furious?
It's between Titanic and Indy. And Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Fast and the Furious, Titanic.
Fast might be a funny
Oh
one.
no. Titanic the musical is already a thing? No, Stacy, really?
How did she know this?
Not the movie, but the boat.
Alright, so I've seen a lot of it's very split.
I think Fast and Furious would be a lot funnier as a musical.
Tim, does Stacy have like a musical R Us subscription magazine?
Right?
Musicals are us.
Alright, a lot of Fast and the Furious, but which one? Should we just put Fast and the Furious?
Tokyo Drift. I don't know. Let's do Fast and Furious.
Can I just put Fast and the Furious, any of them?
Yeah, it'll be like
the Fast and the Furious franchise.
It'll be Fast and Furious.
The Fast and the Furious.
Oh my god.
Wait, Home Alone's the musical?
No way.
Oh my god.
And put franchise.
Franchise.
That's not how you spell franchise, but okay. Francois.
Francois. I'm tired, man. All right, those are the
I know, I'm sorry,
teams.
Raylos. It was between Fast and the Furious and Indy.
Indy would have been a good
But
one.
a lot of people are going Tokyo Drift and such.
But anyways, guys, that's our nonsense draft movies that would be better as musicals. I went with Madam Web, Goonies, The Godfather, Godzilla X Kong, Goldfinger, and Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. James went with Forrest Gump, Lord of the Rings, 50 Shades of Grey, Top Gun, Jurassic Park, and Home Alone. And Lee went with Across the Spider-Verse, Star Wars A New Hope, Sharknado, Chicken Run, Scream, and the Fast and the Furious franchise. All of them. So guys, later this week, you guys can go vote over on our Discord channel for the nonsense draft to vote for which one you think is the best.
I wish I had switched out Across the Spider-Verse with Indiana.
I think you kill it though. Do you want? I allowed James to switch one out last week.
You did?
Yeah.
All right. I would like to switch out Across the Spider-Verse for Indiana Jones. I think they want the Temple of Doom. I think that's what the people want. Is that correct? Raylos, Temple of Doom? Indiana Jones, the single version.
You're killing me today. All right, there you go. That's your new one. Boom. But anyways, guys, before we get out of here, a couple of quick announcements for the rest of the week for you guys watching live. And if you guys are watching at home, no worries. You guys gotta be here live. Our very own Stargazer Tim is hosting a Final Fantasy Rebirth chat over on Expecto Go's Discord this Sunday, February 25th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about theory crafting, talk about the story so far, everything Final Fantasy. If you guys are live in the chat, the Discord link is above there. If not, look up Expecto Go, join us there for all the fun talk of Final Fantasy and all that. Then over here tomorrow morning, if you guys are here live, join us for breakfast as we react to the Nintendo Showcase that we promised about a week ago. So that's finally happening next week. So we'll be getting a little excited. I'll have my Mario shirt on and look less like a doofus because it'll actually be happening. I'll probably be exhausted, be drinking some coffee, hang out with us tomorrow morning.
Bright and early.
And Thursday, we got a cozy stream with Lee. A time still to be determined.
It's probably gonna be like early afternoon.
Early afternoon.
You know, like maybe not as early as we did crafts and coffee, but you know, early afternoon-ish.
Okay, early afternoon. Join Lee for some, I think, some palea and some crafts, some easy bake oven stuff. We have to finish the last two things you have there, right?
We got like 4 things over there we got to do. Yeah, easy bake. We got to do another easy bake stream. I promised you guys one the last snow day. I got distracted. It happens. I'm sorry.
We're getting it. So
I was sleeping for most of the
day. So Thursday afternoon, be sure to join us for that. And of course, Friday's community night. We'll be playing some more Fall Guys with those custom maps and all of that good stuff. Get ready.
We've been creating a custom map. It's his and hers, and it's going to be great.
Yeah, we got to finish that. We got to finish that. It's chaotic. It's insane.
Don't do mechs. That's all I ask you.
Oh, we did. Mechs has no checkpoint. That's all I tell them when we play. I'm like, hey, Mech, you know what's great? Because Pish Posh will bring her maps, and I'll be like, hey, Mech, you know what's so great about Pish Posh? Just checkpoints.
Checkpoints, exactly.
Checkpoints. We need checkpoints. We have 2 of them.
Chaos.
So far we got the checkpoints in ours, but be sure to join us for that, guys. And as always, be sure to hang out here. Follow us on various forms of social media at Friggin Nerds Media. Join James over at Expecto Go. Tomorrow's Wizarding Wednesday, so be sure to join him for some Wizarding Wednesday hype and hanging out, talking Hogwarts Legacy, Wizarding World, all that good stuff. But until next time, guys, we're going to get out of here and go over to the post show and eat our beans and do all their other punishments and all that. So until next time, I've been Friggin Nerd Mario.
I'm friggin'. Oh no, is it me?
No, I'll go with you. Yeah, sure. Do you remember your name?
I'm Friggin Nerd Lee.
I'm Friggin Nerd James.
And you guys have been friggin' awesome. And as always, stay
friggin' nerdy.